The big question for me was the 19. So we saw the 19 run out of gas at the end of the race. I had a lot of questions. They were obviously faster, trying to run for the win. But the first question to me was the car full of fuel? Was there an issue on the pit stop? When we come back and we look at this pit stop, I actually think everything works like it should. You and I have looked through this. Clean on the right side. Gas man's there. We're going to take a look all the way to the left side. He's going to grab the can, as we've pointed out.
Good exchange there.
Clear signal when the car goes down. Truex doesn't leave. A great nod. The car leads. So that's all great. So let's go back and really look at it, though, right?
Yeah, let's zoom into this. Watch what happens with the gas can up here. We'll just slide that down, just a fuzz. But
so look, I'm gonna go back and forth a couple times because this is what matters. Look at the nod, and then watch the fuel come pouring out of the vent right there. That tells me that there's no doubt.
So when you look at that, this whole piece, this whole column of the vent is full of fuel for the fuel to come back out here.
Mm-hmm. You can really see, if I just kind of go back and forth a few times, you can really pick up the fuel pouring out right there. So now
that's as full as a car can be. Car's flat on the ground, can's been engaged, and we've got it to the point it's flowing fuel all the way to the vent. He's full.
So now how does the 19 run out if he's full of gas?
I think it's just usage from here and a lot of laps of trying to pressure the 17 into mistakes, maybe an extra shift, but just you're not in a rhythm of running the mileage. And they were on the first wave. I think they pitted their last stop at 68, which was 42 laps to the end. If you're making 4.1 miles a gallon, you're right there at the verge of running out of gas, and ultimately they did.
And I just want to be clear that, when we talk about the efficiency of the Larson pit stop, the efficiency of the Chastain pit stop, the efficiency of what the 19 was trying to do, you're not finishing the races with 4 extra gallons anymore.
No.
You're counting down into the ounces.
If you're finishing 20th, you may.
Right. These guys up front are leading the ounces. So when I look at what the 19 did, I love that they didn't talk about fuel trying to run the 17 down. And I love that they didn't talk about fuel when he's trying to hold the 5 off. And it's always easier on Monday. Mm-hmm. But I think the one question mark they'll have, and I think the Monday conversation moving forward will be after the 5 got by them, in 8 laps there, could they have saved a little bit of gas to try to make it to the finish of the race? I think that's really the one that they want back. That might be the one
That's where you have to look back and say, legitimately, we can't beat the 5. He's run us down from multiple seconds back. He's faster than we are. And he'd need to make a big mistake for multiple laps. Like, if he makes a mistake, we get back by him, he's going to pass by us. He's done it already. So that's the piece I feel like they could have gone into fuel conservation mode. And even here, when it was kind of running out of gas at the top of the hill, push the clutch in.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to say is that, listen, Truex is so fast. He's won so many races, and he's a champion. But you can always remind the veteran of how you would do it differently. And this is the point that, look, they're out of gas. Truex has nothing to do with that. He's just driving the race car. But turn 11, you have to slow down so much to go through turn 11. Could he have saved 5 or 10 spots if he would have clutched it as soon as it sputtered down the hill, coasted it to 11, and maybe just got a little bit of acceleration? I don't know. I think he could have. But just like James Small has to look in the mirror with the race team and say, what information could we have given Martin? I think Martin could say, man, I could have done this a little better in the future. Now, the beauty for this race team is they're fast. The things are going the right way for the 19.